ladies. So we're going to talk about live sales. I'm going to show you what you need and kind of talk about a few different ways that you can actually sell live. Because really everybody does it different, and even what you take from this, you're probably going to put your own spin on it, which is great because everybody's system and what works for them is what works for them. So just know that as you do more and more lives, you're just going to find what works for you, and that's totally okay. This will just hopefully get you started. So when it comes to lives, a lot of people are... Oh, weird. My phone just gave me an alert. Sorry. Okay. When it comes to selling live, a lot of people are like really nervous, and that's okay. What I want you to start doing is start just doing little lives. Like popping your box, okay? Going live and just talking about the styles. Going live and, showing them behind the scenes, your setup. Just little things to just kind of work yourself up to actually a live sale. Okay, got my list. So we're going to talk about supplies. All right, so there's just a few supplies that you need depending on how you're wanting to sell. So, of course, your live device. I use my iPad and I have it on a tripod. This is from Amazon. And then I have a size guide that's attached to it. And I also have, depending on what I'm selling, I will write them on a sticky note, the styles and the prices, and that'll go on here too. Because when you go live and you start talking and then people start asking you questions and you're going in and out of styles, you kind of have brain farts and you forget. Like, what's a large? So it's really great to have that as well as the prices, because with new styles coming in and they're all within like a few dollars of each other, it's kind of confusing. So have those on hand. I also have this on hand. It's another price sheet that I use. So other things, sticky notes. You got your pen. Depending on how you're selling, we'll go over it. I use rubber bands. And then numbers. So there's different ways that you can number things. I buy the number stickers on Amazon and I just sticker the tags. You can also get just like hang tags, and those are reusable, so those are great too. I just prefer stickers for some reason. And then most recently, you don't need this, but if you are a more high volume live sale, this might be an option for you. But I have this chart. It has the style and then the number that you give it, whether it's the hang tag or the sticker, and then all the sizes. And then you would just highlight these sizes that you have available. And then when people claim it, all you have to do is find the sheet for that one and then the size that they claim. So to claim 371 small, 371 small. So you would write 371 small and then their name. So I use these sheets during my live sales currently. I started though using the sticky notes and doing that. You'll also need your rack. You can hang if you want, or you can bag. So we're going to go over both of those different techniques. As far as backdrop, you're going to want to have something like neutral colored. I have white, but it's too light. So what happens is when I show dark colors like black, navy, burgundy, those are the worst. I'm surprised I'm not washed out right now wearing burgundy. But those will fight. Like the light and the dark will fight, and it'll wash you out on camera and completely, it's bad. So try to get something neutral, like browns or grays or whatever. Yeah. Make sure your setup is clean and organized. It's not chaotic. If it's chaotic and you have a ton of stuff behind you, people get distracted and they'll start shopping from what's behind you. Promise you, they will. And then you can get really off track because you're looking at comments and people are wanting to go this way and you're trying to go this way. So just try to stay focused with that. Okay, so lastly, I think this is it. Bins. So I use bins quite often when I'm selling live, especially if, well, actually not recently now that I've been using these. But before I was using those bins a lot. So the first, oh, we'll go back here actually. Okay, so those are the supplies. I think I got them all. Oh, last. You guys. I'll show you with my light. Do you see my ring light? My light ring? Right here? You're going to want lighting. So you want to make sure that you have a really great lighting so people can see the colors, they can see the textures, they can see the design. So making sure you have really good lighting, whether that's the umbrella or the ring light that I have. I prefer the ring light only because it takes up less space. It's its own tripod and light, and then the device goes on the inside of it. Whereas you would have a device and the tripod, and then you would have two big umbrellas. It just takes up so much space. So this is very compact, and I like it. All right, so you have all your supplies, and you're ready to sell live. So the first thing you're going to want to do when it comes to live selling, actually I'm going to back up really quick. With live selling, you want to be consistent with any of your selling. You don't want to be like really great for a week and then just take off 3 weeks, and then really great for another week and then take off 2 weeks. You need to be consistent. I have consistently been selling every single Tuesday with the exception of a couple weeks due to being sick or on vacation or whatever. Every single Tuesday for the past year. Every single Tuesday. So my group knows to expect me on Tuesday nights. So that you want to be consistent, and actually like occasional Thursdays I will too. But you want to get consistent because consistency, people will be trained in their brain to know you're live, okay? So if it's all over the place, you might reach different groups of people because it's a different time of day, it's a different day of the week, but consistency ultimately will produce the best results. And you want to be consistent with live selling to give yourself enough time to adjust, give your group enough time to understand how live selling is before you just kind of chalk it up to maybe it doesn't work, okay? So after about 60 days, if you're just like comparing day 1 to day 60 and it's just you're not getting anywhere, then you're going to want to like reevaluate and figure out maybe live selling isn't your thing. Maybe you should put your focus on something else, okay? So, all right, consistency. All right, so what I do is I create an event in my group. Even though I'm always live on Tuesday nights, there's new people in your group that don't know that. So every week, about a day or two in advance, because I don't want people to be excited about shopping the next thing before I've already shopped this thing. So I will only set out my events about 2 days in advance. So on about Sunday, Monday, I will put out my Tuesday night sale. I'll either say new inventory, I'll kind of give the styles of what I'm launching and kind of like a sneak peek picture to get people excited and interested in what is going to be offered, okay? So after the event is set up, I kind of do some sneak peek pictures to get people excited about coming to the event and tuning in. And then once you're, and once you're actually live, the caption. So what you want to put in the caption is something really short and sweet. Like, don't do anything too long. I usually just say new inventory or shop the pullovers or whatever it is. Sometimes I'll put the price in there. You guys can actually go look in my group at past ones too. And then I will do to claim, comment the number and the size, and then complete the checkout form. So it's very basic. Anybody passing by knows that there's a sale. They know how much it is, like what the style's called, whatever. And then they know that they need to check out. So that's the main reason I keep it short and sweet, because I don't want them to miss that checkout form amongst all of the other words that are happening, okay? Because you need to collect their checkout, or you need to collect their information, and that's how you do it with the checkout form. So if you haven't yet, make sure that you've complete your checkout, or you get your checkout Google form created. so that you can put it in the caption. So that is something else that you'll want to put in the caption to collect information. Also, I do occasionally put the size guide in there. Otherwise, you can post it in the comments, and then you can pin that comment so that it's constantly at the top of everybody's comments. So when you're live, people can reference that really easily. So all you have to do is press and hold on that, and then you can pin that comment. All right, so that's the caption. Some of the times, too, I will put my website in the caption, because if people are passing by and they can't tune in, they can easily click shopallthethings.com and then go to my website and shop. Oh, flip screen. Okay, so when you are live, if you're using an iPad, I don't use my Android to go live, which I should because it's a better camera. Yeah, I don't know why I don't. Anyways, you can flip the screen. So you can go in there and you'll have to just play around with it if you have an iPad, but one of the settings in there will allow you, once you're live, you can flip the screen. Actually, maybe even before. I always forget and then I do it once I'm live though. So you can flip the screen so they're reading it correctly, because right now, as you can see, I don't know if the numbers are backwards for you guys or not. They're backwards for me, but I think it flips when it actually is played back. So anyways, you'll want to flip the screen. Okay, so now the two different ways that you can sell live once you actually hit live is by hanging. You have your inventory hung and you're selling by hangers, or it's in bags, okay? It's just like this, okay? I don't know if you have these. These are from Amazon. This is how I store all my inventory. So what I will do in the beginning, we'll back up. In the beginning, I hung everything because 250-ish pieces is not a lot to hang. Now at 1,000, it's a lot to hang. So I don't hang it. It's time consuming, and then I just end up folding it back up and shipping it out anyways. So I don't hang anymore. What I will do instead is what you see here. I will hang one of everything in my size and I will steam it so that it's ready to go. When it comes to going live, I will change my outfit throughout the night based on what I'm selling. So like tonight I'm selling, and this is what I'm going to start with wearing, the jumper. And then I'm going to sell the jumper by saying, this is the number, comment the number, and then the size to claim. And then what happens is the numbers come through, or the claims come through. When they come through, you can either A, write it down on a sticky note and then put it on the bag. And then you can bin them with the bins. These are from the dollar store. Did I already talk about these? I think I did. But anyways, those are from the dollar store. Those will help you sort claims. Some people will actually have on their wall, one of my girls has shelving on her wall, and she'll label each bin, and they're dry erase, duct tape, and she'll label each bin with the person's name, and then they each get their own bin as they shop. So you could do that, or with those sheets that I was telling you about, like this one, when their claim comes through, okay, so this is Jumper Steel 371. 371 small, when they claim that one, I'll write their name there. And so at the end of the day, at the end of the live, I'll go through and I'll pull everybody's based on their claim sheet. That way, I'm not having piles and stuff during the live, and it's helping me really stay focused on the live sale, not running all over the place like a crazy person. So, if you do hanging, you're going to have hang tags, the numbers, or of course, if you do the stickers on thing, you'll just write their claims and then stick the sticker on here. What I would then do is I had another rack, or you could put it at the front of the rack, however you want, and I alphabetized it. So if Sally claimed it, I would put it with the S. That way, if she claimed another thing, I could easily take her second claim and I could rubber band them together so that they're together, okay? So this is now Sally's, and I could just keep adding to it. Another way, if you're doing bags and hangers, you can pop a hole if they claim this, and that is one, okay? So you can kind of mix it up. I've done that before too. So alphabetize, that's really easy then to go and find what people are claiming, and when you ship it out too, you see Sally's paid, you can go and find the S really quick. So I have alphabetized when I do hanging. And then the other way is with bins and bags. Yeah. So I think those are the two different options. You can either hang everything, you can bag it and wear one, or, you know, like I said, I've done a combination of the two. I don't know what that situation would be, but I have. Yeah, so different live selling. You can do by style. I find that's easiest only because you're not bouncing around explaining styles, especially if people are new. So you're doing one style at a time. You're explaining the fit, the price, all of that. If you're doing like a shop your size sale, that's another way that you could do a shop yourself or shop live sales by size. That one is all over the place because you're doing it by size, but then you're explaining the style and the fit as you go. And so you're kind of all over the place. But that would be a situation where it's kind of could be either hung or binned. But okay, so replay. So when you're done selling, this is a great way to do replay sales if you use these sheets, because you can go through here and you can exactly see what is left and what was unclaimed. A replay though, more often than not, like 9 times out of 10, actually maybe even 10 out of 10, I don't do replay at all anymore. My replay shopping, and a lot of reps replay shopping, basically is driving all of the unclaimed. If people want to purchase any of the unclaimed, drive it to the party site. Otherwise, you're stuck like checking in on the Google form to see if anybody did replay. You potentially are going to miss comments of people claiming after the fact. You don't know if it's been claimed. So it makes it a lot easier if you just load all the unclaimed onto your party site and then put the link at the top of the caption or in the caption, and then turn off your commenting and then just drive all those sales to your party site instead. So otherwise, the replay shopping would be easy if you just at the end went through what was unclaimed, and then you could even in the caption say replay starts at whatever time it starts at. And that way people can find that and shop it much easier. Okay, so that's just like the basics. Okay, once you go live and once you start selling, you're going to find your flow, you're going to find your system, you're going to find out what works best for you. What I will say last, though, is stay focused. Be excited, like high energy, like it's okay to mess up. Like if you mess up, just like, oh, okay, oh my goodness, you know, just make fun of yourself. Have a little fun, okay? Because people understand you're human, okay? And people are going to buy you, okay? So just be yourself, have fun, be silly. But stay on track. Don't get distracted like I am all over the place. What's happening? But stay focused and stay on track, okay? Don't get sucked into, oh, what was this or what was that? Can you show me this? Can you show me that? And going backwards. You can do that minimally, but it can get out of hand, and then you lose people because they're like, we're all going this way, and then you start going this way with it. So it's just all over the place. So try to stay focused and moving forward, and then at the end you can do all of that extra stuff, okay? Minimally, you can do that in the middle. Yeah, so just stay organized, have fun, and give yourself a little grace in the learning process, okay? You'll find your system, you'll find what works for you. Yeah, and it'll be good. The live selling is a really big part of this business, or going live and showing the product at least, because that's something that makes Ignis and Dora special, is the personal connection, the being able to see how something fits and flows and feels and looks and all of that, how to style it. So you can't get that from a stock photo on Target or wherever you shop, okay? So that's what makes us special. So there is a place for live sales or live something to show the product. So definitely warm up to it, get used to it, and practice. practice makes perfect. So I'm going to let you go because you have to live sale.